Hey everyone, welcome to Man Bun Books. Today, I want to talk to you about Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This is going to be a little bit of a discussion about the first trilogy in the Red Rising series. Starts with book 1, Red Rising, book 2, Golden Sun, and book 3, Morning Star by Pierce Brown. I am currently on book 6, about halfway through Lightbringer, but I won't talk about anything past Morning Star for the purposes of this video. This was the first sci-fi series that I ever read. I finished these back in about mid to the end of March. I'm a big fantasy reader, haven't read a lot of sci-fi or really any sci-fi. Somebody suggested this to me. I put it off for a long time, finally decided to start it, and I am so freaking glad I did. Kind of a quick spoiler-free pitch. You have one POV throughout all 3 of these books, Darrow of Lycos. He lives on Mars. There is a very Roman-inspired, color-based society. I won't say which colors are where or what that even means. You have to experience that for yourself. Please pick up this series if you like lots of action, really badass lines, great characters, solid relationships, really epic moments, twists and turns. This series is very exciting, very exhilarating. Sometimes it almost feels like you can't stop to catch a breath. Later in the series, I think there's a lot better use of that. But for these 3, very fast-paced, breakneck, incredible books. Please check them out if any of that sounds appealing or interesting to you. We're going to go into a little bit of spoilers now for this trilogy, and only this trilogy, nothing past Morning Star. That will be another video for another time. Just wanted to go over some of the things that I really liked. Maybe some of the things that didn't work for me as much. There's not a lot of those. And yeah, just kind of talk about a couple of those things. So first book, Red Rising. Darrow's wife, Io, in the beginning of this book, gets killed. And basically hung by the Golds, who are the top tier of society. On Mars, there's a line in this book, something along the lines of like, on Mars, the gravity is less. So when you hang someone, they don't die. You have to pull on the feet, basically, to whatever, and they make the family do it. Darrow has to do this to his wife. One of the most traumatic things I've ever read in my life. I'm a married man. I love my wife. This sucked, okay? And as an inciting incident for the whole series, I was behind Darrow immediately. I was like, turn yourself into a Gold, do whatever you have to do, go into their stupid little training institute, kill as many as you can, like burn these motherfrickers down. I was on his side immediately. I loved this book. Really awesome ending when he goes into, I can't remember the name of where all the Praetorians are, in the at the Institute, when he goes to the high people and just starts killing everyone. Loved it. Golden Sun. This book is my favorite of the first trilogy. The Jackal is one of the coolest villains, one of the most scary, cool villains I have ever read. Just his conniving, big brain stuff, the lengths he's willing to go to. The twists and turns in this book are ridiculous. And the scene with Ragnar and Darrow when they are kneeling in front of Mustang after he's revealed to Mustang, who's kind of the new love of his life, that he is a Red, where he came from. Io was his wife. This little girl who started the whole rising and everything was his wife. That scene, I read it out loud to my wife, and she was just looking at me like, yeah, okay, honey, because, you know, she had no context, and I rant about it a lot to her. Anyway, one of the most powerful scenes I have ever read in my life. And the ending of this book, I am so glad I had Morningstar to go into right away, because holy hell, the end of this book is bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. Which takes us to Morningstar, last book in the trilogy. This one was rough to start with. Darrow being in that torture chamber with the jackal, torturing him, and just like how broken he is when he comes out of there was really hard to read. I love that he gets back on the horse, back on the Rising. The ending kind of, it was okay. I mean, if I had one negative for this first trilogy, the ending was a little weird, where you let the sovereign who you killed's grandson, Lysander, just leave. You don't think he's going to be a problem at some point? Like, okay. Also, I don't know, just some of the weird, like, Disney ending stuff, when it was a little strange to me, some of the ending parts. But overall, I think he did a great job. This trilogy definitely hooked me. I'm going to have more to say about 4, 5, and 6. I think I'm going to give each of those their own video. But I kind of wanted to do this first just to give you kind of my thoughts on the first trilogy. Really, really solid books. I loved these. Pierce Brown is the man. That's it for today. More videos to come soon with Iron Gold, and then I'll do one for Dark Age, and then I'll do one for Lightbringer once I'm finished with that. So I hope you all have a good day out there. Be kind.